Cheers to you guys. Hello everyone, welcome to Anna with Plants. My name is Anastasia and thank you for joining me for today's video. So the start of this video is going to be super casual. I'm in my PJs, hair still wet, because I have waited long enough to unbox this box, okay? I've had this package for almost a week now and it has been taking all my self-control to not open it. So we're gonna open it together today. But before we do, I wanna recap what I have planned for today. My idea is doing a planty day of. Yeah, we'll see if I get to everything, but here is the agenda for today. I have two exciting things. One is gonna be unboxing a plant supply package from Bashma. She is like the plant supply fairy. I recently reached out to her because I needed some self-watering pots for the alocasia, and she said that she has some new stuff that she wants to send me, and we're going to be doing another collab together. So I'm super excited because I love Bashma. She is a wonderful, wonderful person, and anytime I get to support her business, I will do it happily. So that's the first order of business, is we are going to unbox a surprise plant supply package from her, and this might be later in the day depending on when it gets delivered, but I'm expecting a delivery from UPS on a wishlist Hoya that I talked about several videos ago. I'm not gonna say which one it is because I want it to be a surprise for you guys, but I snagged this on a super good deal from Hoya Hub, which is a Facebook group. One of you guys pointed me in that direction and I wanted to unbox that together with you. The other half of the day I have planned is plant care. A part of me really wants to just chill all day and watch spooky movies, but you know what? We're gonna save that for Saturday. And today is gonna be more getting down to business and doing some stuff that I actually need to do in my plant collection. So first order of business is we're going to take some of the self-watering pots that I'll be getting today and transitioning a lot of my alocasia into them, specifically my pink dragon elbow, my pink black velvet, and my pink Yucatan princess. Those are all in the original substrate that they came in, and it's time to move them over into something bigger and into pond. So we're going to be doing that today, and at the end I have a couple of Hoya things to get to. I have two Hoyas that I suspect have rotted roots. I get questions every now and then on what I do for Hoya rehabs or Hoyas that have rotted roots, and so we're going to be doing that on camera today, and I'll just kind of take you through my process on how I personally deal with a rotty Hoya. That is what we have on the agenda today. Will we get to everything? Knowing me, probably not, but the hope is there. Without further ado, let us open this glorious plant supply box. Slight change of scenery. We move to the other side and I brought over the box, which is huge and heavy, mind I say. So this is what it looks like. It is massive. I definitely did not buy this many things. I got 10 3-inch self-watering pots. I got 10 4-inch self-watering pots. I got 2 medium U-hoop trellis and 2 large U-hoop trellis. This box is 13 pounds. I don't know what is in there. Bashma very kindly sent me a list of everything that's included in this box, so I actually know what it is, because if you guys saw my last unboxing, I did not know what everything was. By the way, this package, super well packaged. Let's just dig into this. I don't even know where to start. I'm gonna start with this because it is sticking out to me. It is a cute little, not a cute little, a cute big spray bottle, which actually is quite pretty. It's like this emerald green color. It is a really good size. I've been using my pest spray in just like an old recycled container that I just happen to have, but this is going to be super handy to use with my pest spray, and it's also slightly bigger than what I've been using. Yeah, I can't wait to start using that. Let's go for this. Should have, oh, haha, I do have my scissors here. This is like Christmas, like plant supply Christmas for me. Okay, all right. Now I see why she sent me all this information, because pretty sure I'm gonna need to pull it out right now. So we have some LED lights. These are T5. And we have a cord, and this is a small little fan. If you know what I've been into prop boxes lately. Got some acrylic pieces here. Oh, okay. Oh, and these are like little things that connected to the top of it. I'm gonna attach the pictures that she sent me. You can see what I see. Amazing. I didn't even think. These connect to prop boxes that you just put on top of them, and then you can put these lights on top of it. So the lights aren't inside of the prop box, they're on top of it, and you don't need to have it in a shelf or anything, which is really nice. I can actually place some of my prop boxes not in front of grow lights or underneath shelving units, which is gonna be super duper handy. So I'm gonna have to play around with my organization and see how I wanna use this. Okay, next we got a watering can. Ooh, this is actually perfect because this is very similar to the watering can that I already have, and I love my watering can like this. So this is a gray one. This one's actually bigger than mine. I think mine's a liter, and then this is 1.5 liters, so a little bit bigger. And I always leave it where I don't need it, if that makes sense. I'm always either trying to find it upstairs or downstairs, so that means I can have two that have dedicated spots upstairs and downstairs, so I don't have to run around and find my watering can. So excited to add this into the rotation. Okay, ooh, we got really pretty acrylic plant tags. Oh, I just ordered some of these too. So the nice thing about Bashma's plant tags is some of them are actually really huge. So these are extra giant plant tags. These are more of the regular size ones. And they're the same holographic ones that I also got, except the ones I got are square, and I much prefer these ones that actually go into the soil. So that's actually really handy and neat. She also included a marker in there too. And a lot of her plant tags are super thick acrylic, which are really nice. We got some hanging, okay. I actually have a hanging planter very similar to this, so that's very cool. It basically comes with a self-watering pot attachment, and then this is the little cash pot situation, and then inside of it has the hooks and everything that you hang it to. So that's actually pretty handy. I have one that basically looks almost like this, but it's hanging over here in my kitchen window. That's really handy. I can actually use it maybe somewhere else. I'm gonna have to think where, because I don't often hang things. Not that I don't want to, I do. I'm just gonna need to think about it. And this is a really nice big size too. I think it looks like a 6-inch. Okay, what's next? What's next? Oh my God, cuteness. Okay, I just saw cute stuff, so I pulled it out. Oh my God, I love little cutesy things like this. Oh, so cute. We got little cute animals that can stick into your plant pots. So rhino. Oh, we got a little turtle. Look at this cute turtle. Can you imagine this in like the soil of my chibi or my AH003? Cute. Little bunny. Got a little cute dino. And then we have two cute mushrooms. So we have a pink one and a purple one. And then the last thing is a cute little bunny ear. Oh my God, I can't wait to put these into plant pots. Ooh, what is this? Oh, pruning shears. Bashma told me that she watched a couple of my uploads to see what I wanted and stuff, and she might have watched my plant supply video, I'm not sure, where I said I don't have dedicated pruning scissors, I just kind of use whatever. So that's actually really nice if that is why she sent me these, because look at how fancy these are, and they're very skinny at the top, which is super nice. Yeah, these, I'm so sorry about Simba. Really excited that I have pruning shears. Hi, Luka. Luka is always excited to unpack stuff with me. Ooh, these are cute trellises. Ooh, look at these S-shaped wavy trellises. For like a big Hoya plant, this would look so cute. Oh, you know what I can use for this? My Wilbur Grave Silver. That tendril has been getting so long and I've actually been meaning to trellis it. So right here, okay. We got some soil here. Ooh, tree fern mix. So it's tree fern, perlite, vermiculite, orchid bark, and zeolite. So lots of good stuff in here. This actually would be a pretty good prop mix, and it looks like it's pretty fine, which is nice. So that's what the soil looks like. We got some bendable. Oh, these are really cool. I've seen these advertised here and there on the Hoya Facebook groups. So they're trellises, right? But they're bendable trellises. So let me just take one out and show you. And she gave me a pack of these. So they're really thin. I forgot what the original purpose of these are, but you basically bend it inside the pot and then you can trellis your Hoya this way. It's really easy storage and super convenient too. And you can also cut these as well to the exact size that you want it. That's really cool and handy, and I can't wait to try these because I've wanted to try these for a long time. Okay, next up we got an LED grow light. So these are just the ones that you put above your plant pot here. Sorry, I have to keep starting and pausing because the dogs cannot settle. Anyway, what I was saying is these are the kind that you put above a plant and you put into the plant pot. So these are really good for like any corners where your plant gets pretty low light. These come in super handy. We got some sticky traps for fungus gnats. Always need these. Next, we got some soil scoops. Ooh, this is a really big, nice soil scoop. Mine's a little bit smaller than this one, but this one's really nice. And then I have a super cute one, and I like these because you use the end to do like an indent in the soil, so really good for propping Hoya and whatnot. So we got some soil scoops, big one and small one. Okay, shall we open this? Let's open this up. Ooh, cute. We have some, what are these called? Like stands that you can put in, and correct me if I'm wrong, but she included some of these really cute gems that I think you can add to your plants, which is so adorable. And I really love these ones because when the sun catches it, it creates these rainbows everywhere. And she actually sent a few of these. So these are 2 circle ones, and then this is more of like a U-shaped one that have these gems. And yeah, when the sun hits it, it gives off these really nice reflections. So that's really fun. And then this is, yeah, it's gotta be what these are for, because this is a charm, because there's 2 charms and 2, I think this is what it's for. Cute! These are so adorable. We have a couple more like these too. Okay, so these are cute little monstera shaped things that keep your stems together. So they're really good for alocasia. Anything that has like a long petiole, you can, not stems, they keep your petioles together, and it's in a really cute monstera shape. Hopefully you can see that. And then these are a couple more with these cute little gems. So this is a heart one, and then this is just like your classic circle one, just super adorable. Can you imagine like a ton of Hoya leaves and then this cute little gem in the middle? Oh, and she sent me another heart one. Oh, remember this? If you guys didn't see the video of me using this one, I accidentally put the super cute heart trellis into a pot that was too small for it, and I actually broke off one of the edges to it, and I've still used it, you know, it still works fine, but I used this for my Sabah dragonfly, and now I have one that is not broken that I can use again. So thank you so much, Bashma. I'm so sorry for breaking the first one. It's really accident prone, what can I say? Okay. This is something that I'm gonna have to look up and see what this is, because I don't know just by looking at it what it can be used for. Maybe you guys can guess better than I can, but this is what it looks like, and there's little breaks in the acrylic. Either this is supposed to be super obvious as to what it is, or maybe she forgot to explain, or I don't know. Okay, let me open the package and see if I can maybe decipher. I'm so bad at guessing the purpose of these things because there's so many really interesting plant supply things that people come out with, and I don't know what it is. They're hexagonal shaped acrylic pieces, and they're cut at the bottom, and they come in different sizes. Am I dumb? I'm probably dumb. You guys are probably screaming at the screen, how do you not know what this is? But I'm trying to think what this is. I don't know. Bashma, somebody tell me what these are for. I will have to figure out later what those are for. Okay, I actually needed another one of these, so thank you so much for sending me another one. These are the trays, clear carrying trays, so it goes like that. She did see that I started up a plant shop. She kindly sent me a lot of these. They're the short square pots she sells. She has the classic 2-inch square pots, and she has some slightly taller pots like this, which is really good for tall hoya cuttings or even anthurium seedlings. And then she has the same shape, but in a much smaller size too, which is cool because I haven't seen these specific clear pots anywhere. 2-inch round prop cups. And then here is the lid for this container. So it goes like this with little holes so you can control humidity in here. And these are so cute. This is a very, very cute size. I love these propagation trays. They come in so handy. I see what I ordered. Let's open this up. She has her cute little stickers with a Monstera albo on it. Water vials. We got, ooh, a cute holographic Monstera keychain. Adorable. We got lots of plant clips. These are clear butterfly ones. These are your standard smaller ones. You got giant clips. Oh my gosh, I've never seen Hoya clips this huge before. Do you see how big these are? These are absolutely massive, which is really good for those Hoya that you keep looping around and around. These can hold multiple vines to your trellis. And then she sent me clear prop pins, and she has 3 sizes of these clear pins that hold your cutting into the substrate. So she has a more skinny size, she has the classic size, and then she has these really big pins as well. And then this is what I didn't know last time what it was. I guess you put it into a glass or a jar and it holds your cuttings out of the water in case you want to water prop some cuttings. At the bottom, we have the stuff that I bought. These are the U-hoop trellises that I love and always use from her. This is the large size and this is the medium size. She also has an extra large, which is even bigger than this one. And I love these because they have the stakes at the bottom, which makes it really easy to put it into the substrate because you know I always forget to do it before I put in the substrate, so these are really easy to just plop into your container after the fact. And yeah, I love these. Pretty much any U-hoop trellis you see is from her. These are the self-watering pots I got. I got 4-inch and 3-inch, so these are your classic ones that you always see with the white cash pot, but these have a clear insert, which I really love because again, I love to take a peek at roots and a lot of times the inserts are white, so you can't. This is what the 4-inch looks like and this is what the 3-inch looks like. So I'm gonna have 2 options for my alocasia depending on the root system. They do have drainage holes at the bottom and where you stick in the wicking cords. It all comes in a set. I've been meaning to buy more of these sets for forever because alocasia in self-watering systems just makes your life a lot easier. That's what we're gonna be doing later today. Wow. I'm feeling extremely blessed, like the plant supply fairy did indeed drop by and visit me. Bashma, if you're watching this, thank you so much for everything. I love it all and I will use it all. You did a really great job adding stuff that I needed that I didn't even know that I needed. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I do have a coupon code with her, so if you like anything that you see, or she also has so many other things, I will go ahead and link above my first unboxing with her. If you wanted to see all of the prop boxes that she has a lot of different trellises as well that are in shapes and all sizes. I'll go ahead and link that video up above. Her website is yourhappyplant.com. I will leave it here. Also, I will leave it in a pinned comment down below. And my coupon code is Anna10 for 10% off. This is not a commission code for me. I am just so over the moon whenever I get a package from her. And yeah, her stuff is really reasonably priced and she is always coming up with new things. I had such a great time unboxing this. I can't wait for my second box to hopefully arrive today. And then the next time I will see you, we will be doing some plant chores with some of the plant supplies that I got today. So See you in a bit. Hello, hello. We are back. It is later in the afternoon and I've been trying something new. I've been having an afternoon coffee. So this is what it is right here. This is my afternoon coffee. Cheers to you guys. And let's hope I feel a little bit more motivated after this one. The game plan is I'm going to finish this cup of coffee right after. We're going to open up my wishlist Hoya, which just got delivered an hour or so ago. Hopefully the motivation will find me and then we'll start doing these plant chores. Let's crack into this box. I already have it open and first thing we see is some fluff. I got this off of the Hoya Hub Facebook group and the seller was Shiga Kim. She also posts on the US Hoya market. I noticed she's one of those sellers that always has the newest and latest Hoyas, I feel like, and she always does cuttings, I believe. I've never seen her do rooted plants, and she will drop like a bunch of cuttings of this really popular Hoya. She's got to have like several plants growing at the same time in order to do it so often. Her prices are basically the cheapest that you can find of popular Hoya. The only thing is they are cuttings and you also have to catch it at the right time because they go very quickly. So I was just lucky enough to see her post a deal or no deal. I'm super excited. So we got some bubble wrap and this is where the Hoya lies. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't believe I got this for the price that I got this. We got one more paper towel. I'm trying to keep it in frame. Okay, gently, gently. Here it is. Ah, it's so cute. Oh, what a cute small cutting. The leaves are definitely smaller than what I expected. And I believe one is still a little bit soft. This was the top cutting. This one is good to go. It's hardened off, but this one has not yet hardened off yet. I actually didn't know that. I'm surprised that it survived shipment because when Hoya leaves are forming, it's a little bit of a tricky thing for them to survive shipment, but it's just wrapped in some moss and this was the top cutting, so that's why probably this leaf was a little bit soft. But oh, I didn't even say what Hoya this was. Well, is that dog hair on my tongue? The life of having dogs. This is the Hoya caudata variegated, and she's so cute. Exactly like you would imagine a caudata. We got the ridges. It's a little bit pubescent, especially on the underside, and when the new leaves come out, they get a little bit sun-stressed pink. So full transparency, I got this cutting for $60, which at the time I'm filming this is a really good price. Cuttings of a caudata, I believe she was selling these just a week or so ago for $80 per cutting. So these are Facebook group prices. I'll talk about the Etsy prices because Etsy is vastly different, but Facebook group prices right now, cuttings of this are going for $80-ish. Rooted plants are going for maybe like $120 to $130. And then on Etsy, rooted plants of this, again, just a one node 2-leaf cutting is going for $200. I would say that the price I paid for this is a pretty sweet deal. So we're gonna pot this up together in my mix ASAP. Put it on under some light. The soft leaf is scaring me just a little bit, but it survived, so that's the hardest part. And we're just gonna see what she does. So I ended up getting a variegated caudata for a really good price. So very happy. All right, we're back. Hopefully you can't hear Cody gaming right now. We're gonna be transitioning alocasias first. I did add one to the list that I didn't expect to take care of today, but I think it's time for an upsize for this one. So this is my Regal Shield pup that I bought as a 1-leaf pup about a month ago, and it turns out it was a reverted Regal Shield albo. It did gain some of its variegation back, so this was the first leaf that you could really see the variegation, and then this is the new leaf that it put out since. Hopefully you can see that. The leaf is still pretty floppy. I also love the variegation from the back too. I did transition it to pon a couple weeks ago, but I just noticed that it already filled out the pot and some roots are growing underneath. So I think it's time to give it another bigger home. This one has been growing so fast. So I'm gonna pot it up in a 4-inch. Let's see what we're working with. I'm gonna super gently try to do this. Some of the roots have grown through the wick, not surprisingly, so I'm just gonna tug them out of the wick. It's okay if we lose some, it's not a big deal. Otherwise, the root system looks pretty good. I don't see any baby corms forming, but that's okay because this is still like a very young plant. But I do see lots of good, healthy roots. I'm gonna use soil scoop. Just leave this over here. Since the roots look good, we're just gonna reuse this pond. No big deal. Try to situate the roots so they're not on top of each other, rather spread out along the pot. I have more pond in this little pitcher. Get a little tippy tap. Oh, by the way, speaking about pond, I do want to correct myself. I said a few months ago that Lechuza decided to not sell in the US because that was what I had heard, but you know how rumors go. So I guess they just closed their main US warehouse and it was because they were moving. So they did open a new US warehouse and that one seems like it's up and going, I want to say. A couple people have reached out and told me that there is pond available to buy now through Lechuza's website. They did not close after all. Let's just plop it in here. We have the first upsize done. We'll just leave her to the side. Ooh, she's starting to flop a little bit because this leaf is really new. I'm just gonna actually pop her back into the cabinet real quick. Let's do this because it's fluval. So this is the Yucatan Pink Princess. This is one of the leaves, newest leaf, and it's actually pushing a leaf right now. So I want to get it repotted before it's fully out, and the roots are escaping down the bottom. So now's a good time as any to do it. Usually I'm not super gentle about roots, especially not Hoya roots anymore. Alocasia, they still scare me a little bit, so I want to preserve the root system as best as I can. They're really, really thin. The primary roots are quite thick, but those secondary roots are like silk threads. They're so skinny. Okay, this one, I think I'm just gonna reuse this container because it's actually the perfect size for this. I'm just gonna use a new wick. Oh, also quick update about the SNS 209. These freaking flies, oh my God. I have giant flies that fly in from outside and they were really bad during the summer and they went away for a little while because the temperatures dropped, but we're going through a little bit of an uptick in our temperature again and they came back. I hate it so much. I hate flies. So sorry if you see any buzzing around. It is what it is. What was I saying? Oh, yes. I was trying SNS 209, which is a systemic made from rosemary extract because I had a spider mite infestation in the grow tent and I kind of wanted to see if it would work. And honestly, it's actually working out really well. I'm on like week 6 or something of using it and I noticed that a lot of the spider mites are gone. All the new emergent leaves have been coming out not damaged. I don't want to say they're totally gone quite yet, but I have a new leaf coming out on the plant that got hit with spider mites the worst. So I'm kind of waiting to see how that leaf looks and if there are any spider mites on that one before I like really say that it's taken care of. But I'm like so shocked and surprised how well it worked out. There was a part of me that really did not think that it was going to work that well. I'm really glad, really happy that it did. I'm just using a mix of pond and fluval. I've noticed a lot of the alocasias I've gotten are in a mix of perlite and fluval, which is a really good idea. So whoever came up with that is very smart because yeah, the one thing I hate about fluval is it turns into mud eventually. And the perlite kind of keeps it from compacting, which is nice. So I'm just reusing the fluval and layering some pond above and under it. So even if it does kind of start to melt a little bit, the pond is still there. The roots still have some room to breathe. The only thing I hate with wet fluval is like, look at that. It gets so muddy. That looks pretty good. Let's pop it in here. It's a little messy because of the fluval, but here's the cute little Yucatan princess in its new pot. Let me clean this up and I'll be right back. Luka, you want to come up? You want to come up, Lux? Well, this is not exactly what I had envisioned when of him saying hello, but here's Luka. He's graced us with his presence. He's very tired. This is the end of his nap time. I'm sure he's not going to stay here long. He says hello, nevertheless. Okay, it's all cleaned off. We're moving on to the next plant. Next plant we have is the alocasia pink dragon albo. I don't think I've showed this one yet on my channel. I've had it for a few weeks now. I got it off of a shop on Etsy, and it has given me a new leaf since then. So this is the newest leaf, and it's actually working on a leaf right now. That leaf is almost emerging. And so basically what the pink dragons are known for is, yes, they also have ears, but they also have pink petioles, which is super nice. And this one looks like it's in a mix of bark and perlite, and it has a ton of corms. Don't know if you can see all those corms. These are technically not called corms yet. They're like juvenile corms. Trying to remember what the name of them at this stage is. I think it starts with a B, but it's not like a bulb. Something to that effect. We're just gonna transition this into pon. I think it'll go well, should be okay. The roots look good. I'm just gonna get the bark off of it. Yeah, roots look good, and you can see there's a bunch of corms, or juvenile corms hanging out. This one can go on a 4-inch, I think. Let me go find a 4-inch pot real quick. We're gonna use another wick. Been so long since I've done self-watering setups. I used to really go hard for self-watering, and ever since I had my trials and tribulations with anthurium last year, self-watering did not go with the mix that I had. So I don't know, shied away from it of late. So it feels kind of nice to return to self-watering pots in a way. I think I do need to get some more cash pots, that's for sure. Same thing, just trying to lay the roots so they're not all clumped together. Transitioning alocasia still scares me, I will not lie to you. It's been going well so far, but I don't know. They're just still a little bit of a mystery to me. I don't feel quite comfortable with them yet, but doing better, doing better. Pink dragon albo in its container. Is this the last alocasia? Yes, this is the last alocasia. So this is my pink black velvet. The new leaf has formed a little bit more, and I love its color. Really pretty mauve color with a little bit more green on it. Love it. It's in a death plug. Don't love that. Looks like it's in a cocoa core perlite mix. Lots of perlite. Lots and lots of perlite. Well, at least it doesn't have the mesh around the death plug, which is good, because death plug plus mesh makes me even more nervous. Is it corm grown? Wait a second. Is that a corm? Hold on. I for sure thought that this was a tissue culture. Hold on, let me try to get more of the plug out. Is it a corm? I think it is a corm. Okay, let me try to tweeze out this plug. I'm gonna lose roots. There's like absolutely no way to do this without losing some roots. Definitely the secondary roots are probably gonna go. There goes Luka. Didn't last long either. I have to remember to keep my back straight when I'm doing plant chores and when I pack plant orders, because I have a tendency to hunch. I'm actually pretty tall for a woman. I'm actually 5'9". I've also gotten 5'8.5" depending on the doctor's office, but yeah, I'm on the taller side. I have a tendency to hunch, which is really bad. I've seen pictures sometimes of me, and when I'm hunched, and it just looks so bad. I gotta work on my posture. Okay, I think we're pretty much there. Is this what tissue culture plants look like? Or was this like maybe a cutting? Because it doesn't look like a corm. Is this what tissue culture looks like? Alocasia growers that are pretty experienced. What does that look like? I don't know. Let me rinse this off real quick. So here are the roots all rinsed off. It's gotta be some sort of stem cutting, but I'm not too familiar with all of the methods that you can propagate alocasia. So I know corms for sure, but I don't know the other methods. So not entirely sure. We're gonna do a little bit of a DIY setup. When I ordered those holographic plant labels from Propagation Diaries, I saw she had some really cute iridescent cups. I thought that they would be cute to use in this sort of setup here, and since this is kind of pink and this is a pink black velvet, oh my god, that it would be fun. So that's what we're going to do. And we're not going to do like a huge size up. This pot is arguably just big enough for the root system. Coming out of the plug and a transition, I just don't want to go too big right now. Here it is. Ooh, I think that looks cute. Oh, and to complete the cuteness, I'm gonna take one of Bashma's little, I don't even know what these are called, little sticks. And I'm gonna take the mushroom and I'm gonna just pop it in to the substrate. Super cute. Look at that. There's a little cute mushroom, cute pot, cute plant. Love it so much. We're going to pot up my cute little variegated caudata first. So let me just get it out of this wrapping. This is what the stem looks like. And we're just gonna prop it just like I prop all of the Hoya cuttings for my shop. Those root up really fast. I see roots, you know, happening within like 2 weeks. Just gonna stick it in some high humidity and we'll hope for the best. We might need a prop pin and that's what she looks like. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the 2 Hoya that are probably rotted. So this is my variegated lacunosa. Don't know if all of it is rotted. I do know at least some parts are because I see some pretty good roots right here and some of the vines feel good, but as you can see there are some vines that definitely got rotted, had yellow dropping leaves, the tendrils are dying off, so we're just going to unpot it together and see what it looks like. Just going to move this on top of here. Let's see what we got. I did put some pon at the bottom of this, so I'm gonna try to separate out the pon. Oh, I actually see some good roots. There are multiple plants in here too, so I'm expecting at least one plant to be rotted. This is good. These roots are good, no problems here. Leaves look fine. These are also good. Leaves look fine here. These are the ones that are rotted. It looks like dry rot, which is what I expected it to be because this Hoya was in my bedroom and I do let it get dry. This is what the rotted roots look like. And when you pull on them, they either come off really easy or you can pull on the outer layer of it. So I'm gonna take my new pruning shears. Ooh, these feel real good. And I'm just gonna cut off all of the dead parts. Cut off all the roots. The stem is also pretty short. Still alive, which is good, but this is gonna be a really short cutting. There's not a ton of Hoya sap at the bottom of that stem, but there was a little bit. So this is what we got to work with. Are there 2 plants or is it just connected? Let me see if I can actually tweeze them apart. All right, so this one is actually pretty good. We have good roots. This one had some yellowing on the leaves, like this leaf over here. Some of the leaves are really falling off easily. Looks like some of the roots rotted, but then it was in the process of growing the new roots. Because some of these roots feel good, especially the ones at the bottom, but there are some in the middle. So I'm gonna cut off the ones that don't look super good, and I'm gonna leave the ones that are good. Okay, this situation was actually not as bad as I feared. I thought it was gonna be pretty bad, but this is pretty manageable. This is what the cutting looks like. I mean, the plant looks like, so it actually was not too bad. I think I'm just gonna give it another go. I'm not gonna reuse any of the substrate since, I mean, I will reuse it after I clean it off and everything. I have some pon left, so I'm gonna do the same setup as before. It's gonna stick in all these cuttings. The one that was pretty badly pretty badly rotted, I'm going to root that separately and then probably put it in later just because it's at such a different, the stem is so much shorter than all of these stems. So we got all that situated. And I think to reroot this, I'm gonna pop it in my grow tent with some high humidity instead of having it root out in ambient humidity, which is what I was doing before, just because I wanna just make sure that this plant is good. I just feel like any of the Hoya that I leave to root in high humidity do really well, and then you can take them out when they're rooted. That's all of the plant. That was actually pretty good. I'll put that in the grow tent, leave this substrate for later. And this is the cutting here that had all the rotty roots. So I'm probably just gonna reuse this. Just gonna stick it in here to reroot. And we'll pot it back up with the original plant later. This is the CV Ann. From afar, it doesn't look that bad, but it's just kind of wrinkly and dehydrated. It's not the leaves are yellowing and falling off. It's just the plant's not getting that much water. And this is not in my orchid bark moss mix. This is actually in a pretty dense tree fern mix. So I'm just gonna take this out. And we're gonna assess the roots together. There's some of that beneficial moldy bacteria that happens whenever I see that, not bacteria, the fungus. Whenever I see that white dotty fungus, that just tells me that this plant was a little bit too wet at some point. I think I'm gonna also transition this plant too, and I might stick this one in my grow tent as well, just to ease the transition over a bit. But we shall see if we're going to keep the root system or not. Not a lot is falling away as I'm massaging the roots, so that's a little promising, but they just look... You know how healthy Hoya roots are supposed to look more on the white side? They're not supposed to look like a really dull browny orange color. That's kind of how these look like. Oh, I almost got some substrate to the eyeball. I don't like the look of this root system. I think it's pretty fried. I think I'm just gonna cut it off and totally restart the plant because even if I keep it, pretty sure that it's gonna rot off anyway during the transition, but this is what it looks like. It's not wet rot, and it's not like they're necessarily all pulling away, but I mean, some of it is a really brittle root system, and I don't like it. So we're gonna cut it away. The only thing is I have no idea where the stem is because there's so many roots. Oh my god, that almost went in my mouth. This is such a tightly packed root system. Holy moly. Let's cut the end of the stem and see what it looks like. Oof, there we go. Not great. Let's cut a little bit more. Okay, there's a little bit of sap coming out of here, but it's pretty old stem. You can see that here. It's not rotted, it's firm. We'll just reroot this whole plant. I'm gonna throw all this substrate away, clean off this pot, and we will be right back. This is the last plant that we're gonna do, and that was actually the last plant that I had planned for today. So can you imagine that? I did everything on my agenda. That's probably a first. So we got this pot, that's what it's called, all washed off, and just gonna put a little bit at the bottom, stick in the trellis and the plant, and we will reroot this whole thing. The thing I love about Hoyas is they honestly don't need a giant pot. Unlike anthurium that need like really big pots to get big, Hoyas can stay in these little itty bitty pots and be a big plant like this. It's beautiful. There's some peduncles on here, but they didn't do anything this year, probably because the root system was hanging on. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense because when I did water, the leaves did firm up, but not hydrate like they should have. The root system wasn't quite dead, but it was struggling. This is what she looks like. She's gonna go into the grow tent. So is this one. Not exactly the dramatic rot that I was expecting to find, to be quite honest. If you're ever questioning if this root system is healthy and viable and whatnot, just look at the plant. And this plant obviously doesn't really look that good. So even though the roots weren't 100% done and dead, it's just better to reroot plants because at least with new growth, new healthy root systems, you'll see the difference in the leaves right away once it gets a good root system going. Yeah, should we add cute little characters to these pots? I think that should bring them some good luck. I'm gonna put this cute little dinosaur in the variegated lacunosa, and then I'm gonna put the cute little turtle in the CV Ann, because the CV Ann also kind of gives off turtle vibes too on its foliage. Those characters will wish these plants luck in recovering. So that is all that I had planned for today. Thank you for joining me in my planty day off. It's a Wednesday, so these are my days off of the week from work. I think we were pretty productive today. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.